Good bloody morning. It's 5:30 a.m. Time to go crank out another 6 miles, get in a shoulder workout, and then when I get back, we're going to talk about fasting, insulin sensitivity, and why ketogenic diets suck. Okay, let's go do this.
And battle scars from 1,000 fights in 1,000 bars. So, take your best shot, make me bleed. I like the way it fucking feels. I like the way it feels. And I'm gonna get killed chasing a fucking thrill. Yes, I'm gonna get killed, but all out of fucks to give. 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 I'm all out of fucks to give. I've got blood stains on my hands to prove to the world I'm a real man. The only thing to catch me when I'm forward, my back pushed against your wall. My back's against your wall. And I'm gonna get killed chasing a fucking thrill. Yes, I'm gonna get killed, but all out of fucks to give. 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 Fire and let me burn. The hard way is the only way I learn. Give me all the colors of dark. Shoot a dark bullet through my broken heart. I made my final stand on sacred ground. The day my demons finally hunt me down. Don't waste your tears after I'm dead. At least I'm happy from the devils in my head. Give me fire, watch me burn. The hard way is the only way I learn. Give me all the colors of dark. Shoot a dark bullet through my broken heart. I made my final stand on sacred ground. The day my demons finally hunt me down. Don't waste your tears after I'm dead. At least I'm happy from the devils in my head. The fucks to give. All out of fucks to give. All out of fucks to give. All out of fucks to give.
So, as you can see, my strength is starting to diminish. To give you an idea, I normally put up the 80-pound dumbbells for shoulder press, and right now I'm struggling to get up the 60s. So, I'm pretty pleased this is the third and final week of my cut. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about fasting and the difference between intermittent fasting and regular fasting. Now, regular fasting will be going from maybe a 24-hour period, or I do 36 hours once a month, I would recommend. Now, the advantages of this are there are health benefits. It has a positive effect on your blood cholesterol, your blood pressure, insulin sensitivity. Fasting for 1 to 2 days can also help reboot your immune system. And here's the other thing I really like about it. It is an excellent tool for mental health and combating depression. There are some very practical reasons that most of the world's major religions involve some kind of fasting, you know, like Lent, the fast days in the Catholic calendar, Ramadan, the Buddhists have a fast they observe. And one of the reasons is when you, one of the causes of depression is basically a lack of gratitude. And a really good way of increasing your gratitude is to make yourself hungry for 2 days. And then you are just grateful to eat. And, you know, it reminds you how privileged we are to live in a place where we always have food on tap whenever we want it. You know, so, and the other thing I would recommend if you do fast, don't binge on junk food afterwards. Don't fast for 2 days and then have a big junk food binge at the end, because it's kind of self-defeating. Because one of the things about fasting that it's very practical for is if you're following a plain diet, it makes the plain diet food seem good again, you know, because you appreciate it. So don't binge after your fast. Now, I know a lot of people watching this, they don't care about health. They just want to know, is fasting going to help them get bigger, and is it going to help them get more ripped? And this is why I want to talk about intermittent fasting, because the answer to that question is definitely yes. Now, I know the idea of intermittent fasting, i.e. just eating one meal a day in the evening, is going to seem like sacrilege to a lot of people brought up on the very outdated doctrine that you have to eat 3 hours a day. Now, there are 2 reasons why intermittent fasting is very helpful to the bodybuilder or to the strength athlete. The first reason is cutting. When you're cutting, if you just eat one meal a day, you can really restrict your calories, 2,000, 2,500 calories, and still feel satiated in the evening. That is to say, you'll still feel full because you're eating most of your calories at the end of the day. Now, most people, when they cheat on their diet, it's at the end of the day when they're relaxing, when they're at home. So having most of your calories to eat at this point vastly decreases your chances of cheating and makes it much easier to stick to your diet. Now, the second reason intermittent fasting is very useful to the bodybuilder, and this may sound counterintuitive, but I will explain, is it is very useful for building mass. Now, the reason for this is the increased insulin sensitivity. Your body becomes much more sensitive to insulin. So when you add a couple of shakes containing carbohydrates, your body is going to produce a much bigger pulse of insulin than it normally does. Now, insulin can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. It is a storage hormone that shuttles nutrients into the muscle. Basically, whatever you take with the insulin spike, your body is going to store better. So if you have insulin and protein with no fat, you're going to build muscle faster than just having the protein on its own. But if you have insulin and fat together, your body will store the fat. So adding 2 shakes to take advantage of the increased insulin sensitivity is really going to help you add muscle, and then you still eat the one large meal at the end of the day. So it makes it real easy to hit 3,000, 3,500 calories that day, and a couple of scoops of protein powder and a cup of oats is about 600 calories. So those 2 shakes, that's 1,200 calories. It's going to pack on some mass. There's also, by the way, the time you want to add your creatine, if you're using BCAAs, which personally I wouldn't bother with, but I know a lot of you guys can't talk you out of your BCAAs. So all of those things, if you want to add them with the shakes, the first shake of the day, because that is going to create the biggest insulin pulse. So I frequently get asked what I think about ketogenic diets, and I am completely against them. As far as I'm concerned, keto is the absolute worst diet out there. Why? The health risks for a start. More and more emerging data shows that ketogenic diets are dangerous, especially if you run them for any length of time. They jack up your cholesterol levels, blood pressure, and they decrease athletic performance. They are also the worst diet for body composition and performance. If you don't believe me, go out there and read the research. Study after study has shown ketogenic diets are less effective for burning fat and preserving muscle than diets where you keep the carbohydrates in. I mean, at the end of the day, ketogenic diets are a purely cosmetic diet for people who only care about image and not performance. No true athlete follows a ketogenic diet because you need the carbohydrates to train properly, and you cannot train properly with full intensity on a ketogenic diet. And even if you are just caring about the aesthetic, or peaking for a show day if you're a physique competitor, they're still not the best option. And look at guys like Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, both multiple Mr. Olympia winners who are known, legendary for their incredibly ripped conditioning. Both those guys ate carbs all the way up to the show. You know, they did it the old school way, low fat, moderate carbohydrates, high protein, which is a much, much more effective way to diet. You know, fitness should be a lifestyle. Whatever diet you're eating to achieve your physique should be something you can stay on the whole time, not something that's so dangerous for your health you can only do it for a couple of months and then you just start getting weaker and weaker anyway. Also, I want to point out that a lot of these online gurus who promote ketogenic diets also want to sell you like a shitload of supplements that you need to take with the ketogenic diet to make you go into ketosis faster, which is some fucking bullshit. Fiber supplements to make up for the fiber you're not eating because you cut all the healthy grains out of your diet, and a bunch of other stuff to fill in the shortfalls in the ketogenic diet. So, I mean, really they're a scam to push supplements is something that I very strongly feel. Now, in my not so humble opinion, one of the biggest fallacies going around the online fitness community is this idea that carbs are somehow bad, right? Carbs are not bad. Sugar is bad. Good carbs, slow carbs like brown rice, pasta, sweet potatoes, they're fucking great, right? Whenever you add carbs to your diet, your muscles get fuller and you get stronger. Being stronger means you can lift heavier. Lifting heavier weights means bigger muscles. This shit isn't rocket science, folks. You know, not to mention you get dehydrated quicker without carbohydrates in your body. Carbohydrate, because they help your body suck water into the muscle and keep the muscle properly hydrated. And a dehydrated muscle cannot grow. So it's just another reason to keep carbs in your diet at all times. Well, that's about it from me. I'll be back with another video in a couple of days with the final result of my 21-day cut. So I hope it's been informative. Until next time, be good. And if you can't be good, be a bad motherfucker. Kaboom.